out with you want to do your own grounding first, just to relax your body, make sure that you're not holding tension, letting go of whatever you came in with, you could say, and then kind of focusing yourself on the task at hand. And then once you do that, then we do what's called metta. M-E-T-T-A is generally how it's translated, and that is a type of meditation where we're considering the wish for health and happiness for ourselves and for all beings. But in this particular instance, we're doing it for ourselves and then for the person that's we're working with. So, wishing ourselves health, happiness, and you can do a little saying like, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I have ease, and then we can do that the same with the person that you're working with. So may Maureen have, and I don't have to do it out loud, of course, I'm just doing it in my head usually. May she have happiness, may she have health, may she be at ease. Okay, so I can wish for that for her. And then once I kind of like feel good in that, focused in that, and have my intention correct, then I will fold the hands. All right, first is the initial touch. And again, just making sure that our hands are nice and relaxed, our shoulders are soft, and our breath is relaxed. And I feel the sensation of her feet. Okay, then we're going to just start doing a little bit of jostling. I'm going outside to in and then just releasing. Now I'm going to go from inside out. And then I'm going to do some side-to-side rocking. Notice my arms are straight. I'm staying closer to the heels here until I'm pretty sure that I can move out a little bit towards the arch of the foot. Make sure that I'm not stretching or overstretching the inner knee here. Okay, and then I'm going to just kind of walk up and down. The calf, and then the calf tibia, actually. And then I'm going to come up onto the table. Do this arterial compression, of course. Do it on people you're familiar with for sure, especially at first. Notice I create the weight by bringing my hips forward. And then, because it's an arterial compression, I'm going to back off a little bit, let it feel the blood moving. And then I'm going to do some patellar circles, locking into the bone, moving the bone. The bones are actually the fourth layer in the 5-layer system. Organs are the 5th layer. So skin, tissue or muscle, and sen, and bone, and organs. Okay, so a couple ways to do the bottom of the foot. We did one sitting. We also can come down and work the bottom of the foot, just like this, kneeling. So I'm double thumbing, and I'm working up the lines. And then I'm going to circle at the ball mount, squeeze the toe, and snap. Okay, trying to rock my body a little bit. Circle, squeeze, snap. Okay. Circle, squeeze, snap. Fourth line. Circle, squeeze, etc. Fifth line. So now we're going to do some dorsiflexion. Again, I'm going to have lock in my arms, my elbows here, and my energy is at 45 degrees. All right, and then this one here. This plantar flexion, and again, remember it's 1, 2, 3. The third one is at the toes, and I'm pressing straight down towards the mat, towards the table. Okay. All right, and I can support here and just do these guys. Now I know we did this also in figure 4. Remember this? We also did this here in figure 4 like this. So if your client likes it, or if you want to sit down on the table and stuff like this, you can do it this way too. So there's just another option for you. Okay, etc., etc. And then, of course, you can do the joint mobilization like this here too. Okay. Okay, now we're going to do side-to-side rocking, foot and calf. And to the side. Remember, on the bone here. And then butterfly hands on the thigh. All right. And then coming up, pushing the foot. And then we're going to grab quadricep and pull it across. And then release. Scooch in a little bit if you need to. Breathe in, exhale. Falling back. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Cross the leg. Give it a twist. And of course we can do these squeezes here by T-band. We can do some Potman. We can do all this stuff pretty much anywhere, but this is a nice place to do it. Potman. Again, if you want to do it therapeutically, you want to make a difference, then you have to do it for a while, a minute or two. If you're just kind of doing it as transition, that's fine. You can just do it as transition. Okay. Okay, and then we'll do just a little bit of helicopter. And then I'm going to put the foot onto my outer hip here. And just rock it. Really light touch here. You don't have to push very hard because it's already intense. Some people you'll get to the table, some people you won't. You know, where you'll get the leg to the table. Some people will be more up and they'll just kind of do some more rocking. Okay, and then straighten the leg. If I want to give a little bit of pressure, I can. But again, my body position isn't great for that. You can see I'm like at this angle. I'm not perpendicular like I always say. So like, I don't want to give a lot of pressure that way. All right, then the seatbelt. And then. And here I can come around here, do some nice, locking in and circles, just like we did on the back inside line. And of course we can do some forearm rolls. Just gentle, be gentle here. You don't need a lot of pressure at all. It's super easy. Okay, I'm going to scooch up a little bit and then we're going to do this arterial compression right here. Again, be a little bit more to the outside. You could say not totally to the outside, kind of in a groove here. And see if you can find the pulse. And then here I can just walk down with my thumbs down the calf, down the center of the calf. And if I want, you guys can practice this. It's right on the Achilles, pushing, compressing towards the tibia there, and then watch your big toe. Like that. All right. Next, turn it around. I like to bring my leg up like this to support here, if you can. And then just follow. This is the famous picture on the website. Okay. So that's one hamstring stretch. Remember there were 4 of them. Going to cross over. And again, when we cross over, just slide the leg. You don't have to lift it. You just like drag it. Till that hip comes up off the ground, you see? And then Again, I can dorsiflex. You have to be just mindful, just check in with them, make sure that's okay, because it can be, a little goes a long way here. Okay, so we've got that. And again, you can play around with this when you're doing this, do a little bit of jostling and pulling, and then do a little of the hamstring stretch, and then, maybe even a little bit of joint mobilization. It's hard to do because this is a stretch. All right, so now we're going to bring this one up. Cross it over. Oopsie daisy. It's really easy when that leg is on the top, is to lift the leg. And then we're going to notice how my arm, if you can, keep your arm straight here. How you doing? You okay here? Too much? Right on the edge. Okay. Notice how my hand here is on the heel, not down here. Okay. Could you have it down here? You could, but then it just doesn't feel like you have as much control. This is like a little more, and it covers more of a stretch. Right now, from here, and knee here, and this is with the bent knee hamstring stretch. So remember, the knee is kind of pointing towards that shoulder, and this foot's going. I'm moving in this direction. Remember, just a little bit. That's it. Just breathe in, exhale, go. That's it. Go. It doesn't have to be this big movement. Just a little. Practice these a lot. If you're going to do the hamstring stretches, practice them a lot before you use them on clients. Like practice them with friends, family, what have you. People that you trust, people that are healthy. Okay? And you don't have to do them in the sequence. You can just do them individually just to practice them, because they're a little more challenging. All right, and that's the sequence there. I'm just going to run it really quick on the other side, just so that you have that. Calf, knee, butterfly hands. Okay, from there.
You didn't?
Let me do the foot stuff on the other side.
Uh-oh.
Start over. Find out where's that empty space. There it is. Take out the slack. Now I got a good connection. Put it in. Exhale. And then just this. Sink. And since coming up to That's okay. Alright. Certainly I can come around this way. I'm sure you guys will do this next. So, traps. Swing side. You can also get into the neck a little bit too. Okay. The legs. Sit at the end of the table, put the armrest. Bring your shoulders forward, let your weight come back. Underneath. Squeezing tricep. And then this is getting into the subscap and lats and all those materials. So locking in and pressing in. Okay. All right. So again, take out the slack. And then once I feel like I'm pretty solid and secure structure, breathe in, exhale. Also secure. You want to kind of go slightly medial here. So breathe in, exhale, and then just exhale and sink. Okay, now just work the outer arm. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, just like we do. This upper hand is turning out, the bottom hand is fingers pointing medially. Turn. Okay, and then the hand. So, cracking the egg, opening up the palm, sliding the fingers, breaking the bread. Top of the hand, sliding, opening up top of the hand. Okay, then slide your fingers in, 1, like that. And then thumb over thumb, gentle pressure down. Sometimes this can be a little strong, so just be mindful. Okay. All right, and then from there we go into the sound of one hand slapping. So lock in and just, so you don't want to slide on the skin, you know, just go. All right, and then you can also do this one too. A nice wrist joint loosening mobilization. Okay, and then the fingers. So here, here. Ooh, we got the thumb this first time. Okay, and then this joint here, just wrap it over the index finger and pull straight out. That one is like too. Okay. Okay, really quick. For some people whose wrists can't bend the way that we're going to do in the next pose, they can just do this. Can't do this hand too much, it's got an injury here. But cracking the egg, breaking the bread, and then palm, and one hand slapping, and then this one, and then crack. Etc. All right, now to the side.
Which side?
Either one. So notice I have the foot pretty high up on the hip, or on the thigh here. That way I can kind of get my weight into it. All right, and then from here, do 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, calf and thigh. All right, and butterfly hands. Have a seat. Okay. And then this other leg. Oh no, this leg we're going back. So extension. Let's see how. Maybe right here. Yep. And take out the slack. Breathe in, exhale. Go. Just a little bit. A little goes a long way here. And then this one. One hand on the hip, one hand on the knee here, supporting it with the hip. And here, little twist. Okay, circles. Lock in and circle. Bring the arm back. I like to come down to the floor, support my arm here. this just locks in, and I just pull. Gently. Doesn't have to be strong. Walking my thumb up and down. Then I can switch hands. And the last thing here is just a gentle press on the shoulder. And we can do some trapezius compression as well. It's okay if one side's fine.
Can you do the foot in the back too?
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Forgot that. Okay, here you go. Foot in the back. So, barely touch. Like I'm not even touching yet. There, now I'm barely touching. And now I'm going to press my toe just a little bit as I pull back. I just move my foot just a little. You see, I'm just kind of like moving it like this. Thank you for a reminder of that. Anything else I forgot that you guys saw? I think I got it all. Okay, good.